Fucking hello. This is cool, man. This is my first time in Sydney. Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to have a crowd, man. Fuck, I've been hanging out at a lot of open mics. Gives a shout if you've been to an open mic comedy show before. Yeah, they're fucking sad. I went to one the other day. There was no crowd, and they did not cancel. That's fucked up. That's like going to the beach, and there's no beach. Shit just turned into an AA meeting for white guys with autism. We just fucking stood in a circle and shared stories about ways that we've accidentally scared women this week. It's fucked up, man. I feel like people don't realise what it's like doing comedy, man. It sucks. I hate this shit. My girlfriend said something crazy to me the other day. She goes, "I'm afraid you're gonna cheat on me at an open mic comedy show." Baby, you don't need to worry about that. I've seen some pretty out there stuff at open mics, but I have never seen a comedian get pussy. That would be fucking disturbing, you know? It'd be like watching like a frog get pussy. But she didn't believe me, so I had to take her to an open mic with me. Now she's afraid I'm gonna kill myself. This is cool, man. Like you said, I'm from New Zealand. Do we have any Kiwis in here? Sure. Yeah, I'm from a shitty part of New Zealand. I'm from a place called Whangarei. Whangarei, you're not supposed to laugh at that. Whangarei is a Māori word. I found out recently that the translation is land of heaps of meth. It's a weird place, right? Because it's poor, so there's like quite a lot of crime. But like, because it's New Zealand, like it's not like proper crime. Yeah, like we got like dumb crime. Yeah, like we have gang violence, but it's mostly just four cunts stealing the same Subaru, and they're like all cousins and shit. It's fucked up being a lawyer from a place like that, bro. No one tells you in law school that every 2 weeks for the rest of your life you're gonna get a Facebook message asking for free legal advice. And it's never something good, you know. It's never someone starting a business. It's always some shit like, "She told me she was 18." Fucking grim, man. I got one the other day. This guy hits me up. He's like, "Hey, bro, I need your help. I've been accused of running this cunt over." I was like, "Well, did you run the cunt over?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, well, were there any witnesses?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was at a party." I was like, "Well, in this situation, I can actually give you legal advice. You're fucked." Fuck. Like, what do you think this is, bro? I got a fucking degree, not a magic wand. Law school's fucked up, man. I feel like everyone that goes to law school is delusional as fuck. Like, you know, they think they're going to change the world and stuff. Like, you know when you see like an 18-year-old and they're like, "I'm going to be an environmental lawyer." You know? You don't have the heart to tell them that there's no such thing. See them 5 years later, they're just sucking on a vape, divorcing people. Fucking hell. This is cool, man. I spent a year in Australia. It was a surprising culture shock. Like one of my mates, he was like, "What you got to do is assimilate. You got to try become like the average Australian." You know, so I've been working on that. You know, just trying to turn myself into a drunken, racist, gambling, crackhead cunt. One thing I learned about Australia is you people love losing money. Give us a shout if you love the pokies. It's statistically more than that, actually. You can be honest, man. I love the pokies. I hate having money and shit. I much prefer lights and noises. Favorite thing about the pokies, though, is definitely like the community. Yeah. You meet so many cool people in there, man. I had a cool experience recently. I lost $50 and I got up to leave and I was feeling a bit of guilt. And this woman sitting next to me, who I could only really describe as a hag, she like turned and looked at me and she was like, she had like a ciggy voice. She's like, "I seen someone win the jackpot this morning." As you can imagine, I became quite horny. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, I was like, what would the average Australian do in this situation? So I got up and I went to the ATM and I voted against the constitutional entrenchment of Indigenous rights. Yeah, I thought that one might split the room a bit. Maybe around 60-40. Nah, don't worry, I'm not going to get political, man. You know, I understand that, you know, that's a complex issue. It's not like you have any neighbouring countries that made treaties that you could have modelled off or anything like that. Another thing about Australians, they love being insulted. I'm at a weird point in my life, man. I've been experimenting with new things since I moved here. Like, recently, I tried extended sobriety. I don't know if any of you guys done that, but it's fucking horrible, man. Just getting assaulted by clear-headed thoughts. Because I reckon, like, one of the most underrated things about drinking is actually hangovers, you know? Because you always have a really good reason to feel like shit. You'll be going to the office on a Tuesday and, you know, you hate your life and you're miserable, and then you're like, oh, that's right, I had 35 beers on the weekend, it's not existential. But once you've been sober 8-9 weeks, you start going like, oh, turns out I have depression. Like, is this a 9-week hangover, or am I just a reluctantly sentient mammal in a decaying flesh vehicle in a relentless cycle of aimless consumerism, painfully conscious of the fact that all pleasure is inherently fleeting and everything I love and cherish is doomed for a rapidly impending perpetual oblivion? So yeah, I'm back drinking. I'm gonna lose my job for this show. Fuck me. No, I'm maturing. You know, I'm in my 20s. Give us a shout if you're in your 20s. It's a weird. Like, people say you get to know yourself more, and I've sort of realised that's true. You know, because when I was a bit younger, I used to think I really liked to party, but now I'm a bit older. I sort of realised I actually just really like drugs. I don't very much care for socialising. Like, fuck a party, man. Put me in a dark room with a bag of ketamine and 2 people with debilitating anxiety. We can just take turns having really confused panic attacks. That's what I like. Oh, fuck. No, I've got a problem. No, I am maturing. It manifests in weird ways. Like, I've recently started reading the international news, because I used to just read the New Zealand news, but I found out that that's not actually all of the news. Because, like, in New Zealand, we don't really have enough shit happen for, like, a whole week of programming. Yeah. So by, like, Wednesday, they're just winging it, you know? It's just some cunt on TV, like, Cheryl's cow's pregnant, you know? Fucking blazed. My favourite news is American, because it's fucked. Like, I was reading this article the other day, and they're talking about, like, school shootings and shit, and, like, this is just my opinion, you know, but I think they should stop. I was, like, reading it, and I was feeling really bad for these American kids, you know. I was thinking, fuck, it must be traumatic growing up in a society with so much gun violence. But I thought about it, I was like, every society traumatizes its youth. You know, like in New Zealand, like, we didn't have school shootings, but I did have to play rugby with heaps of Islander kids. That's traumatic. I got brain trauma. Like, these American kids, they might be getting shot, but I bet they never had to run it straight at a Tongan. That's fucked up. My whole childhood was just one big concussion. I used to be smart. Now I do this. I could have done mergers and acquisitions. Now I can barely do conveyancing. I've destroyed my brain. I've realised, like, recently, I think, like, the internet's fucked my brain up. I reckon the worst thing about the internet is, like, people just say shit that they would never say in person. You know, like, I watched this video the other day. It was this guy, like, Andrew Huberman. You guys know who that is? He's like this American, like, nerdy cunt. And he's on this podcast. He's like, 5 minutes in an ice bath. I can't do accents. I am the accent. He's like, 5 minutes in an ice bath releases the same amount of dopamine as doing cocaine. Shut up, cunt. You know? I'm no scientist, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Like imagine someone trying to spin that yarn in person, you know, you're sitting around a plate, it's 5 a.m, just sniff a big fucking... Some nerd in the corner's like, mate, you think that's good? You ever had hypothermia? All right, that's been my time, guys. Cheers.